in the pulsating heart of the Mato Grosso Pantanal, sanctuary of life where beauty meets brutality, and life and death intertwine in an eternal ballet, nature weaves the most breathtaking tales of wisdom and instinct. This is the unquestioned realm of Jaguarachi, a legendary jaguar whose spots blend seamlessly with the foliage, making her an invisible queen, sovereign in her vast flooded territory. But for such a magnificent leader, her greatest challenge transcends mere survival. It is to ensure the future, the perpetuation of her lineage. Her two cubs, small blurs of dark spots and insatiable curiosity, depended entirely on her. Their steps were still clumsy, and their instincts, though innate, needed to be honed by experience. They would learn the unforgiving secrets of the hunt, not in theories, but in the visceral practice of the Pantanal. Each day was a lesson, and each journey a preparation for what was to come. And that particular morning promised to be the most crucial of all. The dry season, with its rising heat and receding water bodies, was beginning to impose its rules on the Pantanal. The abundance of fish and smaller prey common during the wet months was diminishing, demanding a much higher level of hunting, skill, and precision. Jaguarachi knew that instinct, however sharp, would not suffice without practice. Her energetic cubs needed lessons that the wild in its cruelty and generosity could alone provide. They needed a direct confrontation with the challenges that would shape their future as predators. It was then that on that particular mist-laden morning, with the freshness of dawn still in the air, Jaguarachi's keen senses picked up a distinct, heavy, unmistakable scent, dense aroma that evoked both danger and a singular opportunity. The smell of anaconda. Not just any anaconda, but a giant one. Its skin adorned with perfect camouflage patterns for water and forest, resting lazily on the banks of the Rio Piquiri. With its impressive 4 meters in length, it was a formidable adversary. One of the Pantanal's largest reptiles, capable of turning hunter into hunted. But for Jaguarachi, this slumbering beast was not merely prey. It was the perfect classroom. It was the chance of a lifetime for her cubs to learn to face both the greatest threat and the greatest reward of the aquatic realm. With the lethal grace of a phantom, almost without disturbing a single twig, Jaguarachi began her final approach. Every muscle in her body flexed with controlled power, every step silent and calculated. She was the predator at the peak of her form, a master of ambush, the embodiment of wild efficiency. Her amber eyes, sharp as splinters of sunlight cutting through the foliage, fixed unmercifully on the serpent's most vulnerable point, the back of its neck. That was the vital spot. The key to immobilizing such a colossal force. The pounce was an explosion of contained energy. Jaguarachi launched herself with dizzying speed onto the anaconda, a muffled roar escaping her throat as her razor-sharp claws dug deeply into the constrictor's rough, scaly skin. The anaconda, caught by surprise in its torpor, reacted with the ancient fury and brute force of its muscular coils. The snake's massive body attempted to engulf the feline in a crushing, embrace a squeeze that could shatter bones and extinguish life in mere seconds. But Jaguarachi was no inexperienced prey. She was the queen of the Pantanal, intimately familiar with the anaconda's deadly tactics, and her experience made her relentless. With swift, calculated movements and astonishing agility, she skillfully dodged the fatal coils, maintaining a vice-like grip on the snake's head with her powerful forepaws. The struggle, though brief, was visceral. A titanic confrontation where the serpent's pure strength met the jaguar's ancient cunning and lethal precision. A precise bite from Jaguarachi's powerful jaws to the anaconda's neck silenced the snake's final, desperate spasms. The gigantic body relaxed, inert. Victory was hers. But this triumph wasn't just about securing a meal. It was about preparing a future. It was time to turn the prey into a life lesson. With her imposing prey subdued, an anaconda over 4 meters long, a true hunting trophy that demonstrated her mastery, Jaguarachi turned to her cubs. A low, rumbling purr, an ancient call of invitation, echoed along the bank of the Rio Piquiri. Little ones, initially hesitant and visibly apprehensive before the giant, inert serpent's body, observed the scene from a distance they deemed safe. For them, that scaly monster represented both primal danger and a potential meal. And the mother knew she needed to dispel their fear to plant the essential knowledge for survival. With the patience only wild motherhood can inspire, the mother jaguar began prodding the anaconda with her snout and paws. A silent demonstration, a subtle invitation for the cubs to approach. The bolder of the two, driven by curiosity and trust, in its mother, took a few tentative steps, sniffing the cold, scaly skin of the prey. The other, more cautious, remained safely tucked behind Jaguarachi's hind legs, observing intently. The mother jaguar then began to playfully bite the anaconda, demonstrating not just where to strike, but how to use their small claws to secure the prey. Simulating the precise movements of a pounce and the fatal blow to the neck, it was a practical, intensive, and vital lesson delivered by the very essence of survival in the Pantanal. The bravest cub finally yielded to curiosity, touching the anaconda with an inquisitive paw. Jaguarachi purred softly, a sound of approval and encouragement that echoed in the Pantanal air. Slowly, under their mother's watchful eyes and instinctive guidance, the cubs began to interact with the prey more confidently. They learned to recognize its texture, its weight, its scent, the crucial sensory elements for future successful hunts. Every touch, every sniff, was a piece of wisdom being absorbed. It was nature in its purest form, transmitting the heritage of survival. That day, on the banks of the Rio Paquiri, Jaguarachi did far more than just provide a meal for her offspring. She gave them something infinitely more valuable: the ancestral wisdom of the hunt. The intrinsic knowledge of how to thrive in the Pantanal's wild and unforgiving world. It was not merely an act of predation, it was an act of profound teaching, a testament to the intricate bonds of family and survival in the animal kingdom. A moment etched into the memory of the forest and the very essence of every spotted cat. Pantanal endures, and with it, the incredible lessons passed down from mother to cub, ensuring that the legacy of these magnificent creatures continues, forever shaping the vibrant tapestry of life in this natural paradise. Jaguarachi and her cub story is a powerful reminder of nature's innate wisdom and the relentless cycles of wildlife. It shows us that, even in the wildest settings, there are deep lessons of survival, maternal instinct, and the importance of every link in the vast web of existence. May the strength and beauty of this jaguar inspire us to protect and value every creature, every habitat, ensuring that these grand stories continue to be written. If you were captivated by this Pantanal narrative and want to discover more about the secrets of wildlife, subscribe to our channel. Activate the bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming adventures and thrilling documentaries. Your subscription helps us continue bringing the best of nature directly to you. Thank you for watching and being part of our journey of exploration and admiration for wildlife.